What is going on, everybody? My name is Jay. This is Unplayable. I'm here with David, Mike, and Jim for our definitive Set 2 Legendary tier list. Definitive.
Right.
The only one that matters.
By far. If you don't agree, I don't know what to tell you. You're just wrong.
Which is funny because we don't even agree with each other.
He's right. So if you don't agree with us disagreeing, then we're all wrong.
That's right.
All right. Let's go ahead and start with the first one, Mufasa. Mufasa is a 5-cost, thinkable 3/3 in Gamboge with 2 lore. And when this character is banished, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character card, you may play that card for free and they interplay exerted. Otherwise, put it on the top of your deck. Now, I haven't seen much play with this guy. I don't think he's that good.
I had him in a deck and I inked him every single time. So
Exactly. What you got, David?
Hold on. You haven't seen a lot of play with it? Because I've seen a lot of play with this, and I don't follow Lorcana as closely as you do. So that was actually surprising to me.
Wow.
But maybe the algorithm knows I love Lion King, so I click on the Lion King videos.
So what you think about him?
I've not played with Mufasa, but he sounds the whole concept of just trying to like
Top deck of Maleficent.
pull the big things and do it. Sounds like a really fun deck, which is why I would go to Lorcana to play. It's like that sounds.
I agree. It sounds really fun.
Yeah,
because I would love to play like a Gamboge red deck with several other like Death Rattle style characters and just a bunch of high cost characters. Play like Mufasa's and other Death Rattles, and then be prepared, and then just like flip characters off the top of my deck for each Mufasa that I just killed, and do crazy things. But that doesn't happen.
Yep.
I think it sounds fun in concept, but I don't think it's consistent enough to get like up there in the tiers, right?
Right.
So
I don't know. I think some people are getting some power with this. I think you're underestimating it.
I mean, super high ceiling, super low floor.
Yeah. I mean, do you play this outside of Be Prepared, like combo shenanigans? Like,
I don't know,
that's what I'm initially seeing.
maybe.
Like, cool, board cleared, but I have a Maleficent on board now, and I'm excited.
Well, that would feel bad. You need that.
Fair.
No, you couldn't run. I was thinking about that big Goofy. With the
Goofy would be cool.
Yeah, but you couldn't do Be Prepared Mufasa and Big Goofy because you couldn't Star Wars Unlimited with the aspect penalty.
But you don't need to be prepared with this. You can just do normal
Play him
things
quest
and
for
challenge
2
with it
and
or
he
something.
dies, you get something else.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't see questing for 2 as a big enough threat to be like, oh man, I have to get that thing off the board and hope they don't hit the character.
Yeah, there needs to be more synergies with him in some way for him to get.
I think I'm
become more
kindly going to
valuable.
go C tier for my.
Oh yeah,
personal-
are we gonna do the thing where we all write what we think it should be in, and then
Oh, we should.
Mike, this is your just in time target right here. What are you doing?
I would say
I had
if
just in
they-
time in that deck, and all the other cards that you can play with just in time are better. This is just slower. This just gets you to those cards that you actually wanted to play with just in time, like a turn later.
Yeah. I would say if there was cards that were like banish one of your own characters to banish 2 of an opponent's or something, then yeah, this guy's cool.
Yep.
But even then, it's like you have to have both those cards in hand at the same time for it to be relevant. So
All right,
plus,
are we ready to
plus
reveal?
having more events in your deck makes it even less consistent of even hitting a character. So it's just like, I think I'm ready. If you guys are.
All right.
Okay, ready?
I had to do it backwards. This is unplayable.
What? A.
Unplayable.
Jim.
Hey,
Jim's
baby.
the C.
Jim, what are you
Honestly.
doing with your hand?
I don't know what
It's a
y'all
C.
are drawing on.
It's a C.
See, I knew you guys were gonna go low, so I had to skew the grading higher.
Oh
But
my
like,
god.
why? It doesn't
I
make
think.
sense.
Listen, some people are gonna watch this. Get in the comments and defend me, please, YouTube commenters, and tell them why
There's
they're
not going to be
wrong.
a single person in these comments talking about Mufasa. I can guarantee that.
All right.
We're gonna put him in C because there were 3 C's in it unplayable. There was 1 A, but I think the average is like here.
I would say C for sure.
Wow. All right.
I think C because like maybe there's something there. It is pretty fun. It's not good though.
It's not
just
good.
I guess we should have clarified that this is a tier list of like how good is it, not how
Not
fun
how
is it.
fun it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Definitively.
This is definitively the meta list.
Yeah.
Next up is a 6-cost unequal Snow White 3/5 shift 4 quest for 2. Whenever this character quests, you may return a character from your discard to your hand. I'll start off. I think this character is currently undervalued and super good. I like one that is a shift character, so you can immediately get use out of it. It's got 5 health, so it's not like super easy to take out. And consistently, every time you quest, you're drawing a card. Unlike Mufasa, where if he gets banished, he's maybe getting you a card. This is always going to draw you a card.
I was gonna say, why do you like this more than Hades then? Who just like on play just does it?
I wouldn't say I like it more than Hades, but I think this is a deck that is also in with Hades.
Okay.
So
It's
I
a
think
lot of
like,
uninkable.
Are people playing this in like a Snow White deck with the dwarves and stuff?
not right now.
Okay.
I don't. When I play
'Cause
my
isn't-
Snow White deck, I don't.
Isn't the 2-cost Snow White just better?
that
in that
decreases
version,
the
maybe?
cost of 7 dwarves?
Yeah.
In the dwarf deck, maybe.
Right.
Maybe you've inked to a point where you don't need her discount anymore, and now you can use this for card advantage and start getting dwarves back. Stuff
Yeah,
like that,
maybe. There's also there's another Snow White too
Right.
that heals when you play it, that you can use to shift this onto instead of having the other Snow White. And I'm sure we'll get more Snow Whites. Probably she doesn't see a lot of play because her lower tier Snow Whites are not that good in this deck.
Mhm.
But I think this card just continues to get better. I think she's super good. I think she's undervalued.
I could see undervalued. I think I just struggle with like it just is a pretty high cost if you're not shifting. Like of course like on shift it's a great opportunity to like cycle through, get some card advantage back, but man, it's just a high cost just to do like what Hades is already doing. And it's hard for you not to be like, it's a legendary card. It's supposed to be innovative, not like running back like a past strategy, I guess. I don't know.
All right. What's
All right,
everybody's
write your list. Write
rating here?
your grades.
I'm excited to see what David says.
Jeez, Mike, are you writing a thesis?
I know.
I had to
He's writing
erase
the Greek
everything
alphabet.
that I had written already.
Okay.
We
I
got to
can't see
see.
Jim's, but
We got to.
got
Yeah, I
it.
can't see
A,
it.
C, B. What's yours,
Jim, what is yours?
Oh, it's a B.
I can't even read.
Well, if I got
Yeah.
too bright, it's not.
You gotta make it dark mode, bro.
That's where we're at.
You can see mine just fine.
Yeah, I'm
just
on white.
Angle it away from the light, basically.
Yeah.
David, you can't see anything besides his phone. This is high quality,
Wow.
guys.
Yeah.
High quality.
This is good
the
to know.
content people are here to see.
So 1A, 2 Bs, and a C. So I think we're going with B tier.
See, y'all could read it
Makes
just fine.
sense. All right.
Fair enough. All right, next
This is
up
me.
is Madam Mim, a 7-cost inkable 5/7 with evasive, quest for 4, and when you play this character, banish her or return another 2 chosen characters of yours to your hand. For me, I don't see this card played that much because it's just
You don't
I don't
need
know.
it because Goat's just better.
yeah, like there's other ways to bounce cards.
Yeah.
Like the red purple deck doesn't need this. So yeah, I don't know if she's bad per se, but you have to be playing the bounce cards, otherwise she is bad. Like if you're bouncing 2 of your characters to play this and they're not giving you anything, then she's just like terrible value.
Yeah, this is a
But-
weird one.
There's just so much redundancy already with the Madam Mim bounce effects that it's like
Mhm.
her just like smaller versions just are good. And
They're-
like, you don't need this on like a huge questing for 4. Like the deck does enough already. I'm thinking of like the red purple deck that's been doing really well. That's just it's more about the like you're constantly bouncing things one at a time, getting the value, drawing a card, getting the free lore. Where this is, one monster play, but you're not really needing that with what the deck's already trying to do.
Yeah, you'd rather spend less to bounce your stuff because you don't actually need the 4 lore evasive unit or character. So I don't know what deck this actually goes in. I think it's probably the biggest issue.
And it feels like the abusive goat strategy is like you play goat, you're able to bounce it and play goat again. And it's like with Madame Mim, you're not going to be able to play this and play goat again because that's too many resources. The abusive
goat strategies. It just came out of your mouth with a straight face. I couldn't. It just the things that we say in games, I can't. Abusive goat strategy.
It's what it is. You gotta call it.
What world do we live in?
You call a duck. You call abusive goat strategies abusive goat strategies.
For those who have felt the pressure of the goat, they know what's up.
Yeah. Some of these folks got PTSD already. So put your
up in here.
Put your ratings.
Okay.
Put a stop to this.
I'm gonna have to mute for the rest of this video.
I got some hot takes.
I do too.
All right, I'm ready.
Unplayable.
All right, we got 2 unplayables, a B and a C.
You guys went really high on that.
It is still like a big, powerful unit.
But you're bouncing 2 people for it?
You have to bounce
you
2.
can quest with them before you play this, right?
Yeah, if you have 2 guys on board, if you didn't just be prepared on your opponent's 7th
Magic
resource
Disneyland,
turn.
sure, you could do that, but this is not Magic Disneyland.
Maybe it is just too bad. I don't know. It makes me sad that a 7 cost evasive 4 lore 5/7 isn't good enough to.
The power.
Mickey Mouse is 8 cost, right?
Nice.
Mickey's 8, and he's a 4 quest evasive 5/5 that you don't have a condition to meet.
Sure. Seven health is
not good, I guess.
Yeah, 7 health. That's a bigger butt.
I don't know.
It's also a dragon, guys.
It is a dragon, a purple dragon.
And abusive goat strategies.
Yep. All right, next up, we have a 5-cost sinkable Fairy Godmother, 3/4, shift 2, quest for 2, and whenever this character quests, your characters gain Challenger +3, and when this card is banished in a challenge, return this card in your hand this turn. I don't see a lot of decks running this one either, which is very interesting. I think it's because purple doesn't need this right now, because the meta's pretty solved, I think, unsurprisingly. But I do think this card's good. It's better. I think this is better than Dr. Facilier. The one that gives all your characters.
The 7 cost.
Which one?
The 7 cost that gives all your characters banish, return to hand. I think this is better than that. 1, it shifts for 2, which is not expensive.
Yeah.
So you can play multiple things to turn that you shift this character down. Quest with it. Because she gives everything Challenger 3, so like you can take out all your opponent's stuff and bounce back to hand. Yeah, I don't know. I think this character is pretty sweet.
It's only the turn that you play it that you get to bounce stuff to your hand?
Just the turn you quest with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So you can do it every turn. Quest first and then use your other stuff.
That's pretty cool. Pretty good with rush units.
Yeah.
Or rush characters.
Paying 2 just to get 2 lore right away though is so sweet. Like just right off the bat, if you're able to shift it in.
Are the other Fairy Godmothers decent enough to?
They're not terrible.
Not great, but
they're not terrible, but they're not amazing either. I think the reason this isn't played more is because challenging just isn't relevant at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard removal and questing and playing abusive goat strategies.
And that's it.
We've got to stop
game.
with the old AGS.
I was gonna say it, but I can't.
All right.
Hey, isn't it a thing where like a lot of the Floodborn characters are uninkable too? It feels like that was a thing for a long time, where if you wanted to do a Floodborn trigger
Some
deck.
of them are.
Some of them are. Some of them are. Like Tinkerbell's inkable.
Yeah.
I think it's like probably half and half-ish.
Okay.
Is what it feels like. But I got my rating ready.
Yeah, I've got mine too.
If no one has anything to add. All right. B.
Look at that. 3 B's and an unplayable.
You heard it here first.
You're
Wow.
insane.
But like,
You're
when are you
actually
actually playing this?
Jim's dragging down the average of this, so it's below Snow White.
When are you actually playing this?
What do you mean when are you playing this? In any purple steel deck.
Interesting. Okay.
You guys can throw down after this.
I was gonna say, please play this out. Guys.
Yeah, would love to.
All right, next up we have Uninkable Belle, 5 cost, 3/3, quest for 3, shifts for 3, and whenever this character is challenged, the challenging character player discards all cards in their hand. This was like one of the first legendaries we got spoiled for this set.
Yep.
And everyone it was
lost their
super
mind about it.
divisive.
Everybody
like,
lost their minds.
Oh, this is insane. And some were like, this is never going to happen. And yeah, from there, no
I've already
one
got
played
mine ready.
I don't think there's much to say. Like, it's, yeah.
It's just like, it should be cool. It really should. There's a lot of like discard mechanics within green that you're just like,
a lot of reckless mechanics.
yeah. So it's like, if there's a world where you ever could build that up and like make it happen, but like, I think with this card, you're just more excited that a shift 3 get to immediately quest for 3.
You know, I think we're going to change what we do. I think we read the card, do our things, and then we discuss
Then talk about it. All right.
More interesting.
My favorite part about these tier list videos is that every tier list we change the rules halfway through the tier list.
Yeah.
So eventually we're gonna come up with,
We'll have
with
it
the
figured
template.
out.
It's
We're
definitive.
gonna have it all figured out. But I'm ready.
Right.
Unplayable, C. You put
All right.
unplayable for Fairy Godmother, but you think this is a C?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to explain that to me.
Yeah, I think this is one of the worst. I think this is worse than Madame Mim.
There's so many things you have to do to make this trigger.
It's not about, like, for me, it's more of just the stats on a shift 3 is cool. Like,
I mean, if you want, I guess, like if you're interested in
Cusco.
just shifting and questing for 3, like I feel like there's better ways to gain 3 lore.
Green has an insane amount of 5 cost 3 questers. Like,
Yeah.
more than any other.
there's a lot of
Color.
bells that are good. Like, I don't know. I see like this card could have some potential at some point in
Wait
a
a
deck.
second. Did you say there's bells that are good? It's not a single bell that's good, including this one.
Wait, are there any other bells besides
Yeah,
the blue
there's
one
a
and this
green
one?
bell.
There's another
It's
green
just
one.
It's just vanilla.
Oh,
And then
okay.
there's the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one
Trash.
sucks. I think this card's terrible. I
And
don't
then there's
ever get the
2
ability
blue
off.
ones. The other blue one is the one that lets you ink extra, but she's a 5
Oh,
cost
right.
already.
Right.
No, I think she's terrible. You have to go through so many hoops in order to even make this effect trigger. And then if you want a 5 cost at quest for 3, play Cusco, play Tiana, play Ray, he's evasive, play any number of the 5 cost 3 questers in green. Trash.
I just wanted to agree with David for once in my life on a take.
Perfect.
So,
All right.
why I'm here.
Next
I'm,
up is
I'm
Scar.
not moving her up to C.
No,
oh, it's fine.
I'm just
Scar
here
is
so
a-
I won't get fined.
Yeah. 7 cost, uninkable red, 6/5 rush, quest for 2. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may ready this character. He can't quest for the rest of the turn. Go ahead and put your things, your ratings.
Jim's rating this one unplayable. I know.
Yep, I know. Gabby. SSAA.
All right.
I think that confirms first S for the tier list.
We officially made Jay angry, and I just want to keep poking the bear.
What do you need to say about this guy? I mean, he's just good.
The only knock on him is when you're like that high costed and uninkable, it can like mess your game plan up pretty bad. You're obviously going to build a much more slow grind control-y deck that's going to utilize this really well. Maui is insane, has a similar effect. This one is even better because you attack in and then ready, and it can quest.
Yep. I think he's solid. There's just been so many games, like, I mean, even against Mike, that it just wipes 3 characters off the board.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not be prepared. You can't defeat ready
Almost better
things.
than be prepared, though. In some cases, because you
In
get to
some
keep your
cases.
units alive.
Right. Yeah, I think this guy's sick.
He's crazy. I thought that he was not great when it was first spoiled, and I was very wrong.
Yeah, it's like paying 7 for a 6/5. You're like, is it really that good? And you're like, nope, it is.
And it's uninkable and whatever, but then yeah, it just lines up really nicely to be able to trade into like 2 or 3 things, and
Right.
your stuff sticks around, and it's very good. And if it lives, it quests for 2.
Yeah.
So.
All right, 6 cost Inkable Beast, green, 4/5, quest for 2. Whenever an opposing character is damaged, you may ready this character. This is the first beast of the 2 legendary beasts this set, not including the green legendary from first chapter. We had some pretty. Go ahead and write your
Ooh.
ratings. We had some pretty hot takes on this character when it first dropped.
We
He
did.
was one of the first legendaries that was revealed in spoiler season with Belle, and we played him a lot in those early before the set came out. Go
I'm
ahead.
just,
and review.
yeah.
SCAB. Oh my goodness.
I'm just really glad they released another beast.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
I
don't
was
have
afraid
enough.
they didn't have
I
any
was getting
more.
scared.
I
Yeah.
unfortunately think that we needed to take away the definitive ranking over here if we all 4 picked different ones.
I still think this guy. I'm probably in the minority, to be honest. I still think this guy's insane.
I'm putting it in A because you were S plus, so that
Yeah,
bumps it up a little bit.
Yeah, but I was a C
From the B and the
minus.
C.
So
Oh, were you?
you know,
that I'm questioning.
you were.
Where did you get C- from with this card? I'd be down for A because I was feeling high B.
Let's dive into why David thinks that this is a C tier.
Yeah, why
not.
is this a C
Let's
minus
not.
character, David? Why is it a
Let's
C
not.
minus? Huh?
uh,
Give me one reason.
okay. My only thing with this is I feel like these abilities in card games are traps. They look good, but they're very situationally specific. Where in many cases this could just be a 6 cost 4/5 that quests for 2 and doesn't do anything else.
I highly disagree with that statement.
I think shooting for the ceiling is a trap, but I still think there's enough good pieces here where like even just getting to do it once is like the card is now worth it, and you can ink it for when it's just not going to do well.
Yeah, so David. This isn't
Yes,
even
Jay?
situationally
Yes,
like
Jay?
irrelevant. How many rounds in every card game that you've ever played does something get damaged? Your turn or your opponent's turn.
I don't know. You play that purple red stuff. They don't get damaged. They just get removed.
Yeah,
Yeah, even if it's rushed though, like Maui or
Bounce it
Scar,
out
you
of
get to ready him on your opponent's turn. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's that situational for something to be damaged.
But like, if they're playing Maui, they're just killing this.
Not if you have a
And
bodyguard.
surviving, right? Yeah, if you have,
If you have a bodyguard.
I just think it gets Be Prepared or Maleficent, and then you. spend
Yeah, but
6.
that's dies to removal. That's the worst argument of
bear.
any game.
The
I think that's a
bear.
great take, David.
Thank you, Jim. I love agreeing with you.
Trash.
This may be the best video we've ever made.
I
think
mean, the upside on this guy is incredible.
I'm definitely. I like him more than most people do. But
Yeah.
even if you don't like try to trigger it, it's like he's just good, generically good. Like I feel like he can go into any green deck and be good, unless it's a green deck that stops at 5 or something.
See, I think I want a deck that like you can't just give it rush though. Like I want a deck where it's like if I'm playing this card, I'm going to immediately get that value because the like hype of it is you can quest after it readies, and like that's the appeal of this card because all
Yeah.
the other ones that let you ready it's but you can't quest after that.
Hmm.
And so like I don't see a ceiling where this is getting damaged more than once realistically. But like
It doesn't even have to be him though. It's anything gets damaged, or any one of your
Just
Opponent's
when an
character.
opposing
opponent's
character, right?
characters. Right? So yeah, like you're thinking of like, oh, you can do like Hans and do like the quest tap, like ping a damage.
That's a trap. That's a trap for sure.
Sure, but it's like that's the dream scenario here. You're not building
Yeah.
your entire deck around that.
Right.
Okay, I wouldn't say S plus, but I would trust you with A. I'm cool with that.
All right.
I'm not.
Next up, we got Namari. 4 cost, uninkable, steal, 2/4 bodyguard with 1 lore pip. This character can challenge ready characters. All right, get your stuff. This one's easy for me.
What takes you guys so long
I
to write
know.
a single letter?
I'm just
Are
thinking.
you-
My
Good play.
gosh.
Are you
changed the cards.
erasing or what?
Yeah. Wait, no, gonna change it one more time.
Can you just hit back and it deletes everything?
Yeah, I did that.
All right.
Unplayable, B. A backwards B.
Oh, is it backwards? That's not. Oh, my screen is forward.
Oh, your screen's wrong.
Oh,
Just like you.
then
Because
every single one of these
This
has
is
them
not a
backwards.
B.
Because I'm drawing them backwards so it reflects on the screen.
Why is this a B?
Why is this a B? Okay, it gives you an option to not just get checkmated out of the game. Therefore, I think you can at least consider it. If the meta is like go really wide on board with a bunch of 1 and 2 cost cards, like dealing 2 damage is usually enough to get rid of those 1/1 quest for 2s. And I think that's pretty solid. I think
See,
that
look at
it's only a sideboard card though for when you're playing a deck like that.
sideboard.
Sure.
But
Lorcana.
you know,
Don't you already have grab your swords?
yeah.
Isn't it just better at doing that?
But like this one
That's-
stays. So
Like,
it's
why
this
does
one
she
is
only have
every-
2 power?
Like because you get to 18 lore in those decks, but you've like tapped out of everything that you have. You're top decking. You're playing your card. You're hoping they don't have an answer. This is a permanent that every single turn, you know, for 3 or 4 turns, you're able to ping that and rebuild the board to win. I do think it's enough
Interesting.
to at least consider play.
I don't see it.
I think,
She should hit for at least 4 or 5. That's
yeah.
just
Her stats
silly.
are terrible.
Real bad.
Uninkable, 4 cost, 2/4 with 1 lore.
She's holding 2 steak knives. Like, let's go.
Yeah, each
And-
one of those only has one strength.
I'm pretty sure that could dice somebody
One
up.
strength per knife.
Yeah, that's.
Well, but she doesn't hit anybody with those. We're challenging this. We're not fighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can go ahead and put that in unplayable. Next up,
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
3 cost inkable Alice, blue, 1/4. Your other characters gain support. Quest for 1, and while this character has 10 or more power, she quests for 5.
Ooh.
lot.
I don't. I'm just gonna go with the gut instinct here.
Ready.
BAAC. Okay, I can go with A.
Thanks,
I
Jay.
haven't played Alice very much, and it's kind of hard to evaluate some of these cards because the way the meta is shaped out. It's like you don't see some of these cards, but it doesn't mean they're not good.
Yeah.
They're just not relevant at the moment. And I think having a 3 cost that's inkable, has 4 health, giving all of your characters support, like that alone seems pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And then potentially having 5 lore.
Exactly.
I do love support as a keyword,
Crazy.
and the fact that it's on play, they just get it. Like she doesn't have to quest to give them support.
Right. They
Mhm.
all have.
Yeah, they just naturally get it. I think that there's some home for this at some point in this game lifespan.
The honesty hour is I was gonna put B, but I just didn't want to rate the same letter twice in a row, so I just
This guy.
defaulted to C because I didn't necessarily want to put A because I'm like, can this actually be great? I don't know.
I think it's got potential for sure. I think 4 health is pretty solid for a 3 cost. I don't think you really care about the 1
You're not
strength because you're giving everything support anyway.
Mhm. And you're
Um,
probably wanting to quest with this more than you are wanting to attack or
totally.
anything else.
Because I'm like, do you almost use this as an item that could potentially quest for 1 at some points? Because you're not really attacking with this card ever. A lot of times you're just wanting that passive ability to give support because support's a good keyword.
Right.
And so it's I typically don't actually want to use this Alice card. So it's borderline just an item. that
Almost.
can
Yeah.
quest when you want it to.
Yeah, like but better. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
All right, next up is Donald. 5 cost inkable red, 1/5 evasive, 1 lore pip, and this character gets +1 lore pip for each 1 damage on him. Yeah, go ahead and write your stuff. All right, reveal.
I don't know
C
why,
for
but mine
me,
shifted.
unplayable, unplayable, an A. Spicy.
Yeah, I like this card.
We got an A.
I think it's
yeah,
pretty
go
good.
ahead.
I don't know. I think if you can set up, Teeth and Ambition with this, it's pretty good.
Sick.
And I mean, stats aren't great necessarily, but
Cost 5.
yeah, but it also can have 4 lore on it.
5 even. You can have
5?
5 lore.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Wait, how
the,
did it get
on it?
5?
the appeal
Oh,
is the
one.
evasion
One.
part for
Start with
sure.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Imagine a world where you have any type of card that can increase the amount of health that this has too.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet. And it's evasive, right?
It is
It
evasive.
is evasive. So like if
So
you're
it's kind of hard to hit.
If you can swing into something that cause it to get damage, it's harder to swing back into.
Yeah.
Like you said, Teeth and Ambitions, like you have this guy already on board, you're able to Teeth and Ambitions and quest with it the turn that you do it to gain lore out of hand, basically.
Yeah.
The problem is that's the only card right now.
Sure.
If
yeah.
we get more, like
If we get more stuff, if there's a card that deals 2 to every character or deals 1 to every character, I
Then
think
you get even better.
those are cards that like seem pretty obvious that we'll get at some point in red. So
I think my issue with this one is like at costing 5, like that's pretty much your entire turn is playing this card, and then it's just that like hope and wait, and then it requires some setup to do some more things. It just feels slow.
but you
Yeah.
play it
Or the
on
dream.
3 with Just in Time or the 0
But also,
to
like,
0.
if they don't have the answer for the sake of like getting rid of this thing, you're probably already ahead anyway. I don't know.
Maybe.
if you can get 2 of these out and they have that deal 2 damage to everything card, now you're getting 4 lore out of hand.
It's
seems
still
I think it has to go at the top of C though, because I was only A and you all were unplayable, right?
I said C.
You said C?
Yeah.
Oh,
I definitely put it above Mufasa,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
wrong.
I could see Fairy Great Grandmother and Snow White having some more value than Donald. Donald is very specific, I think. Kind of only does one thing.
Is it even better than Belle?
Yes.
I'm teasing. Yes.
All right.
Everything's better than Belle. Belle's going to
I'm
the end.
teasing.
Beast number 2, 5 cost inkable steel, 3/5, shift for 3, quest for 2. At the start of your turn, if this character has no damage, draw a card. Otherwise, he gets +4 power.
Okay.
S
plus, plus.
This guy with the A.
Jim,
Definitely an S.
Are you serious?
No, it's
Yeah.
an S.
This card is crazy.
Bonkers. Right? I mean,
It's an
just
S.
naturally gives you an extra card every turn.
100%.
What's better than cards? Nothing. Nothing is better than cards.
Nothing. No.
It's
But I mean,
silly.
he's so good. Getting hit, yeah. I don't know. There's no low cost beasts. That's what's the one weird thing.
Yep.
Like
There will be, but-
what are we shifting 3 this on? The other 5 and
The
6
6
cost
cost.
beasts?
Well, can you just shift it onto his mirror?
Yeah. I don't know. We must be getting lower cost beasts at some point, which is exactly
Oh,
what
good.
the game needs.
I mean, yeah.
More
Next
beasts.
set, I'm sure we'll get.
Maybe if we get some more Dr. Faciliers.
I was gonna say it's a dual character between Beast and Dr. Facilier.
There's at least 3
It's got
left.
Maleficent on the backside.
It's already confirmed.
There is that stupid slime thing that's coming that you could shift this onto, I guess.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like it counts as any name,
Oh, how much does
So
it? What does it cost?
like 2, I think.
I mean,
that won't get out of hand.
Yeah, that seems.
and it's also
insane.
just not Disney like flavor at all. I'm like, why did we do this?
Well, it must be from some Disney movie.
Yeah, slime.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the
Star Wars.
what's
Well-
the movie with the slime thing? Like
Flubber.
yeah,
Flubber.
Flubber. That's what I was thinking about. Flower,
The first
good old
live
Flower.
action Disney movie in Lorcana.
All right. Yeah, this guy's good. Next up, 4 costs uninkable Cisu in blue, 2/4. Whenever this character quests, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may put one of them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order, and quests for 2. People were super high on this card when it dropped. I got it. B. I heart J and B. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't think she's that good. She seems fine.
Yeah, seems fine.
She
Not
might
very
get
exciting.
to quest for 1 and do the whole develop your brain thing once, and then she's dead.
Yeah, that's the most likely scenario. She's not inkable, which sucks.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it stays on board, it's good, but it's like, I don't know. Why do you think Beast is so much better than her? Because he can stay ready and give you the cards?
Yeah,
Until
and he's the 3/5 and he's inkable, and if you're damaged, you can hit something back that's bigger, and you can shift if there's a cheaper beast in the next set.
Yeah, he's just way better. Cisu is like a way worse version.
And he's arguably in a better color.
True. Very true.
Yep. I'm
Well, there
excited
you have it.
for Namari to ruin all of your beast strategies, by the way.
Perfect. Well, we have 3 unplayable this set, 2 S tier. Was this first set this diverse? I don't think it was.
I don't
No.
think so either. We'll have to go back and look, but yeah, this is a pretty interesting spread.
There's some cool ones. There's not as many build around ones that are
Yeah.
like,
Mufasa.
no.
You can build around
Build
Mufasa.
around ones at C tier. And Beast and Alice are, I guess, are build arounds too.
Green
Prepare to be
Beast-
flooded with YouTube links after this is done. Let me just tell you. Okay.
This guy. Green Beast is a cool one that you can build around. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's
terrible.
good, but it's like fun.
Yeah.
Donald is kind of build around-ish, but there's literally only
Yeah,
one
there's
card
only one
put in
card.
it. Yeah. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the definitive meta Lorcana Set 2 Rise of Floodborn tier list. And as always, we'll see you all on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.